payback time. Dozens of workers are hopping mad after they found out they were being paid with their own money their bosses had been stealing from them. How do they know that? Because News 13's Larry Barker investigated, caught those bosses red-handed, and got action from the state.
We just couldn't believe it. We were lied to.
Susan, how do you feel about all this?
Could I cry now?
Something's wrong here in Taos, and the focus is on a northern New Mexico healthcare agency. Among the 80 employees who work here, there are some tears. Some are angry and some are downright devastated. You see, outside it looks like business as usual. Inside, it's a crime scene.
Did anybody tell you that that was illegal?
No.
Tri-County took money that didn't belong to them, yes?
Which is why we're paying them back.
Tri-County Community Services has been providing mental health and substance abuse counseling to clients throughout Taos, Colfax, and Union counties for 35 years. The nonprofit healthcare agency is funded by private insurance, Medicare, and Medicaid. But last year, Tri-County ran into financial difficulty. Kim Hamstra is CEO.
Payment was very, very slow. We were late on payrolls pretty much January and I think till the middle of March. So what happened is the money we would normally be making, that dropped. And we were no longer able to pay all our bills.
In a desperate move to avoid closing its doors, Tri-County secretly borrowed money from its employees. A portion of each employee's paycheck was supposed to go to Blue Cross Blue Shield for health insurance. But instead of turning the money over to Blue Cross, Tri-County seized the employee insurance premiums. John Franchini is New Mexico's superintendent of insurance.
Can an employer take deductions for health insurance from employees and use it for another purpose?
No. That's a violation of our rules and our statutes. It is not their money, it's their employees' money to protect them.
Larry Mapes is chair of Tri-County's board of directors.
Who authorized the decision to use employees' health insurance money for payroll?
We all did as a board and as well as management.
Did you understand at the time that you made that decision as a board that money wasn't yours to spend?
No, not entirely.
Well, the law is very clear. Those funds are hard-earned by the employee. They're required to separate those funds out and invest in benefits as required by state law.
Can they borrow the money?
No.
And because Tri-County failed to pay the premiums for the group health policy, Blue Cross canceled it for non-payment. Even though employees no longer had health insurance, Tri-County continued to deduct the premiums from their paychecks anyway. Over the course of 5 months, Tri-County hit up its employees some $33,000 for non-existent health insurance.
Tri-County has taken health insurance premiums out of every single paycheck until December.
When Tri-County caseworker Susan Warner had major surgery last year, she thought she had insurance.
I had total bilateral knee replacements, both of my knees replaced at the same time. So all medical services I have had have all been authorized by Blue Cross Blue Shield.
But when she returned to work 3 months later, she was not prepared for the shock of her life. Susan is on the hook for everything.
After your double knee surgery, your medical bills are not covered?
That's correct.
How much are you stuck with?
I don't know, 200,000? The hospital I know is probably around 70,000. I can't pay it. I don't have any money to pay this.
This former employee, who asked not to be identified, told us she quit her job after Tri-County diverted her insurance payments.
I don't even have words for it. These are people that we trusted with our money. It was shock.
And it wasn't just health insurance. Employee life insurance through AIG is also in jeopardy. Bonnie Allen is a Tri-County caseworker.
Was Tri-County still taking the premiums out of your paycheck?
Yes.
But it wasn't, in fact, the money wasn't going to the life insurance company?
No.
That money did not belong to Tri-County belonged to the employees and was supposed to go for health insurance, and it didn't.
I understand.
How do you explain that to the employees?
There's not a whole lot of explaining you can do. It was a huge, huge error. It was a huge misrepresentation. We've written letters to let them know what happened, and it doesn't make it right, Larry. It doesn't.
Anybody else looking at what's happened here would call that embezzlement. You took money that didn't belong to you, and you spent it elsewhere. Would you disagree with that?
Ultimately, I guess that's how it have to be interpreted. We did not interpret it at the time like that because we felt that we could make payroll and make insurance.
What does the law say about an employer who takes benefit money and uses it for another purpose?
Well, it sets up a whole host of problems. There could be criminal prosecution, civil penalties, but ultimately there's a breach of trust because the law is intended to protect those funds.
The insurance superintendent has now launched an investigation.
When we're doing health insurance, someone could have a catastrophic incident that could cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. And it's very important that that coverage that was intended and paid for is still in place when that occurs.
Just ask Susan Warner.
It is so, I'm healing physically. I should not have to deal with this mental stress of, am I stuck with $200,000 of medical bills?
What do you want Tri-County to know?
They're responsible for my medical bills and they better pay them.
To the employees who were stuck with huge medical bills, what do you say to them today?
I apologize. We apologize. And we will make good on it. We have to.
Tri-County officials promised to repay the employees all the money they took improperly. And they say they will reimburse the employees all their medical expenses over the last 5 months.
Today, do you have the money to pay for all the unpaid medical bills?
I won't know until I see the bills. I just don't know what we're looking at.
Larry Barker, KRQE News 13.
Tonight there is a new development. Blue Cross Blue Shield tells us that Tri-County has now paid some of the group health insurance premiums that it owed last year. As a result, Blue Cross will pay some of the employees' pending medical claims. The insurance company says it is working with Tri-County to resolve the remaining unpaid medical bills.